Question 2a. Evaluate 11011 base 2 plus 1111 base 2. This is simply telling you to add these numbers in base 2. There are two ways to actually solve this question. It's either you add them directly in base 2 or you convert both of them to base 10, get your answer in base 10, then convert the answer you get in base 10 back to base 2. The direct method. We are going to start with solving directly in base 2. It's actually easy and you can easily learn it. So we have 11011 base 2 plus 1111 base 2. We add them together. Now in adding them together, what it means to solve a question in base 2 means when you add digits together, the result should be less than 2, not 2 or more. It should be less than 2. Let's start with this. 1 plus 1 is 2. We can't write 2 here because this 2 means your digits should be less than 2, so we'll write it out here. We want it to drop lower than 2, we subtract 2 from it. 2 minus 2 will give you 0. This is 0, so your result is now 0. Then the number of times you subtracted 2 from your initial result, you have to add it to the next set of digits you are adding. So we have the number of times subtracted this 2 from 2 is just once to get a digit lower than 2. So we add it to this as 1. We have 1 plus 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. That 1 plus 1 is 2 plus 1, 3. We can't write 3 here. Base 2 means the digit here should be less than 2. So we'll subtract 2 from 3. 3 minus 2, that's 1. The result we got, we write here, which is 1. How many times do we subtract 2 from 3 to get a digit less than 2? Is just once. So we have it as 1. We add the 1 to the next one. We have 1 plus 0, that's 1, plus 1, that's 2. That's 1 plus 0, 1, plus 1, that's 2. We know the result of this is 2. We can't write 2 here because under base 2, the digits will always be less than 2. So write it out here, 2. Now we have to subtract the base from the result, which is minus 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. So you write 0 here as your answer. And how many times did we subtract 2 from our result, which is 2, to get a digit less than 2? It's just once. So we add it to this. This is 1. We have 1 plus 1, that's 2, plus 1, that's 3. We can't write 3, we write it out. 3 is higher than 2, and we need a digit less than 2 as our result. So subtract 2 from 3. 3 minus 2, that's 1. We've gotten a digit less than 2, so we write it here. That's our answer. That's 1. How many times did we subtract 2 from 3 to get a digit less than 2? That's just once. And since it's once, we add 1 to this. Now we add the 1 that we just added to the 1 that we have. We have 1 plus 1, that's 2. We can't write down 2 here because working on that base 2 means the digit or our result should be less than 2. So we write the 2 out here just like this. Then we subtract the base we are working on from the result, which is minus 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. Now the result we get is 0. So how many times did we subtract the base, which is 2, from the result, which is also 2, to get a digit less than 2? Is just once. And since it's once, we put the 1 here. And since there's no other digits to add to the 1, we just drag it down and have it here. So we have our result as 101010 base 2. This method is fast, and if you can just get what is required to solve in bases like base 2, base 3, base 4, it will be easy and faster for you to solve questions like this, thereby saving yourself time. Let's say you are given 27 plus 26. Just a simple maths question where you are told to add 27 plus 26. You do 7 plus 6, that's 13. What you normally do in math is you write 3 and you carry 1. You add 1 to the digits in front. What has simply happened here is every question you do in math is in base 10. And since it is in base 10, the answer or the result of adding 2 digits should be less than 10. Therefore, the 13, which is the result you've gotten, you subtract the base from it, that's minus 10. 13 minus 10 will give you 3. The result of subtracting the base from the result, which is 3, you write it here. Then the number of times you subtracted the base from the result to get a digit less than the result is just 1. You add it to the digits in front, which is 1 here. For simplicity's sake, the whole process involves is not told to you. But when you're working in base 2 and other bases, this will help. So we have it as 1 plus 2 plus 2, that will give you 5. So our answer to adding this in base 10 is 53. Hope this will help you in understanding how to add in other bases apart from base 10, including base 2, base 3 and so on. The conversion method. As regards the conversion method, we convert from base 2 to base 10 first, then we add in base 10 and convert our result back to base 2. It's easier to add in base 10 like we all know, so let's just convert from base 2 to base 10, then we add. We take the first value, we have 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, base 2, we convert to base 10. If this were 3 or in base 4, we have to multiply each of these digits by the base. Now it's base 2, so each of them we multiply them by 2. You have 1 times 2 plus, and you join them together by addition. 1 times 2, the next is 0, plus 0 times 2 plus 1 times 2 and plus 1 times 2. Then you power the 2's, the base, from 0 up. So you have raised to power 0, raised to power 1, raised to power 2, 3, 4. You start from 0 going up. We can then start solving. You have 1 times 2 raised to power 4 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. That's 2 multiplying itself in 4 places, not 2 times 4. So we have that 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16. 2 to the power of 4 is 16, plus 1 times, note, we're not adding first. We're trying to work with the power, like in board math, multiply, then we'll add our results. So we have 2 to the power of 3, that's 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8. 2 to the power of 3 is 8, plus 0 times 2 to the power of 2, that's 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 times 2 to the power of 1 is still 2, plus 1 times 2 to the power of 0 is 1. Anything to the power of 0 is 1, so you have this as 1. We then multiply. 16 times 1 is 16, plus 8 times 1 is 8, plus 0 times 4 is 0, plus 1 times 2 is 2, plus 1 times 1 is 1. We add them together, we have 16 plus 8 plus 0 plus 2 plus 1 will give us 27 base 10. That's 27 in base 10. That means this in base 2 is 27 in base 10. Remember, we have our second number in base 2. So we have it as 1111 base 2. We're also converting to base 10. So each of the digits will multiply them by 2. 1 times 2 plus 1 times 2 plus 1 times 2 plus 1 times 2. There are 4 of them. So each of them you multiply them by 2. Then you power the 2's from 0, starting from your right. 0, 1, 2, 3. 1 times, 2 to the power of 3 is 2 times 2 times 2, that's 8, plus 1 times 2 to the power of 2, that's 2 times 2, that's 4, plus 1 times 2 to the power of 1 is 2, plus 1 times anything to the power of 0 is 1. We multiply before we add. We have 8 times 1, 8, plus 4 times 1, 4, plus 2 times 1, that's 2, plus 1 times 1, that's 1. We add them together, 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1 will give us 15 base 10. Because we have converted both of them to base 10, we'll now add them together in base 10, then convert our answer back to base 2. So we have 27 plus 15. We add them together, you get 42. Therefore, 27 plus 15 in base 10 is 42 base 10. Note, we're given the question in base 2, and our result is therefore wanted in base 2. So we'll convert 42 from base 10 to base 2. Rule our line. To convert from base 10 to any base, you divide by the base, and what you really need is the remainder. So you write 42 divided by 2 will give you 21, remainder 0. Then you go again, 2, the base you're trying to convert to, 2 divided by 21 is 10, remainder 1. Then you go again, 2 in 10, 2 in 10 is 5, remainder 0. So you can go well in 10 without a remainder. And 2 in 5, 2 in 5 is 2, remainder 1. We go again, 2 in 2 is 1, remainder 0. Until you get 0 on this side, you won't stop. So you go 2 again, 2 in 1, 1 is less than 2, so you write 0. Then you transfer this 1 to this side. The 1 turns to the remainder, so you have it 1. You've gotten 0 at this point, this is the end. So we'll take it from down up. We have it as 1 0 1 0 1 0 base 2. The same answer as that we got from solving using the direct method. It's now clear that using the direct method saves time, therefore it's faster. And it's best you understand the method so you can easily get your question solved in short time.